Welcome everyone. In this video, we will be covering chapter number 2, polynomials of class 10th. So before we start with this, we need an introduction for this polynomial. Poly means many and nomial mean terms. So polynomial refers to an expression that include variables such as x, y, z, coefficients, the numbers which are actually multiplied with the variables, and exponents. Now some examples of the polynomials in one variable. We are using only one variable right now. Few of the examples are written as polynomial only in variable x, that is given as x cube minus 3x square plus 4 into x raised to power 5. So here we can see that the variable x has been used and the exponents are 3, 2, 5. Now when we learn about the coefficients are the constants and the numbers which are multiplied to the variable. Here the coefficient of x cube is 1, coefficient of x square is minus 3 and coefficient of x raised to power 5 is 4 plus 4. Highest power of the polynomial is called its degree. So if we say what is the degree of this polynomial, so the degree of the polynomial is 5. In the next example, we have the polynomial in variable y and it is given as y plus 2. Now the degree of this polynomial is 1, that is the highest power. In the next case, we have a polynomial in variable z. It is z square plus 2z. Now here the highest power or the degree is 2. So degree is 2. And next we have polynomial in x. So we can have more degree and more number of terms can be added in a variable. So this is the last example. Now how can we classify the polynomials on the basis of the degree? So we have linear polynomials when we have degree equals to 1. Like we can say 2x plus 5, y minus 3. These are your linear polynomials. Quadratic polynomials are those when degree is equals to 2. Example, x square minus 5 or y square plus 2y plus 4. When the highest power or the degree is 2, it is called quadratic polynomial. Next is cubic polynomial when the degree is 3. For example, x cube, y cube plus 8. So all these are the examples of the cubic polynomial. And last we have constant polynomial where we have degree as 0. Like I say constant minus 3 by 7, minus 1 or any positive number, say 4. Why we are saying this as constant polynomial? Because we don't have any variable. अगर कोई variable है भी, like I say I have written this minus 3 by 7, this can be also written as 3 by minus 3 by 7 into x raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So you will get back this constant only. So this is why this is known as constant polynomial. Next we have monomial. Now we have classification of the polynomials on the basis of the number of terms. Monomials. Mono means single term. So it has just a single term and it can be of any degree. Suppose I write it as this. This contains single term only. This is a single term only. And this is a single term only. So we have this monomial. Binomial, bi means 2. It has 2 terms like x plus 2 or you can say x cube minus 8 or y raised to power 2 minus y. These are your binomial. And polynomial, as I have told you earlier, polynomial means many terms. So when you have more than 2 terms, it is said to be a polynomial. So you can add or subtract two or more than two terms to get a polynomial. The next topic that we are to study is zero of a polynomial. So first of all, what is the zero of a polynomial? Zero of a polynomial basically is the values of x where the polynomial represented by px is 0. Suppose we have a polynomial px given by x plus 1. So what can be the zero of the polynomial? That value of x which when substituted here gives polynomial as 0. As we can see, if we put x as minus 1, we calculate p of minus 1, that will be minus 1 plus 1, you will get it as 0. So we can say that x is equals to minus 1 is 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, if we have another case of polynomial, say px is equals to x square plus 5x plus 6, and we need to calculate the values of x where this polynomial is 0, we need to factorize it. So on factorization, we will get x plus 2 into x plus 3. Now here you can see when we put x as minus 2, you'll get the polynomial as 0, and we put x as minus 3, minus 2 has to be substituted here, and x as minus 3, again you will get 0. So here you can say that x is equals to minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. So the next topic, the very easy one, is graphical representation of the zero of the polynomial. Now as you can see, a polynomial px of degree n, suppose whatever the degree is 1, 2, 3, 4, it will intersect x-axis at most n points. It means the curve will intersect at as many points that will be equal to its degree. अगर आपके पास कर्व की पावर 3 है, it will intersect the x-axis at 3 points. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, it will intersect the x-axis at 2 points. So the number of times the polynomial graph or the curve intersects with the x-axis, it is equals to the number of zeros or the number of solutions or the number of roots. So basically the degree of any polynomial is equals to number of zeros. Now we need to study this with the help of the graph. So we'll start with some examples given in our NCERT book. So they say the following graph is for y is equals to px, and given below for some polynomials px, find the number of zeros. So I have told you earlier the number of zeros depend upon at the number of points where the graph is intersecting at x-axis. Now we can see that graph is intersecting x-axis just at a single point. So how many zeros will have? We will have number of zeros will be equals to 1. Similarly in this case, at how many points is the graph intersecting with the x-axis? It is intersecting at 2 points. So the number of zeros will be 2. Okay. So why we are looking after the x-axis? Just because your polynomial is defined in variable x. If it would have been defined in variable y, we would have gone for number of intersections on y-axis. So similarly, we'll try this one. The rest you can try at your own. The number of points where this graph intersects is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this graph is intersecting at 4 different points on the x-axis. So the number of zeros or the number of solutions will be 4. This indicates that this is a polynomial in x-axis whose degree is 4. Therefore it has 4 solutions. Moving to few questions from your exercise. The question is same. The following are the graph or the curves given for the polynomial y is equals to px. We are supposed to calculate the number of zeros through the graph. As you can see from the very first graph, we have no intersection of this curve on the x-axis. As this curve or the graph does not intersect on x-axis, we shall say that we have number of zeros as 0. We don't have any 0. The degree is 0. This is a constant polynomial. Next, coming towards the next part, we need to look at the points of intersection on the x-axis, and we can observe that this curve intersects the x-axis at one point only. So we can say that the number of zeros is 1. In the next part, we can see that the curve intersects the x-axis at point 1, 2 and 3. Therefore, we have number of zeros as 3. So this is how we can find the number of zeros or the degree of the polynomial with the help of the curve. So the number of intersection of the x-axis tells the number of the zeros, as well as it tells the degree of the polynomial.